Welcome to Spring Foods and Nutrition. I'm going to walk you through our Canvas course and introduce you to a couple of new concepts and ideas and the new way that we're going to set up this semester. Whether we continue on with the virtual, whether we do in person, or whether we are doing some sort of in between mix of the two, our setup this semester I think is going to be easier and you're going to be able to follow along a lot better and really understand what my expectations are for you and how to achieve the grade that you would like to achieve. Let's start here at the home page. So I am currently right now looking at student view. So this is what it looks like when you open my class for Canvas. On the left-hand side, you have some direct links to your grades, to my Zoom class, to your Google Drive, to modules, and then back to the home page. If you scroll down on the home page, you'll also see a couple of direct links: modules, the Zoom class, email, and the Station U student homepage. At the bottom of the page is how to contact me. I have a Google Voice number. I also utilize talking points. My email address is listed below. You can message me directly through Canvas, or you can send me an email. I will respond generally within 24 hours, if not sooner, throughout the day. If you do leave a Google Voice text message or voice message, please leave the student name and then a phone number in that text. There are two new items located here on your homepage, and these are going to be important so that you can keep up with what we're doing in the class and exactly how we're grading. Let's start here with the grading guidelines and what you need to know. When you click on this link, it's going to open up the food and nutrition grading information guidelines for you. So currently, it doesn't have a lot of dates, but it does outline how we're going to be doing our grades. We have 3 units this semester, and each unit is going to be divided up and graded exactly the same. I think that flow is going to be a lot easier for you and hopefully for me as well. So each unit is going to be divided into 3 targets or 3 sections. You're going to have a lesson, formative assessments such as Edpuzzles, interactive slide decks, or guided notes. These are going to prepare you for a quiz for each section. At the end of each unit, 3 times through the semester, you will be assigned a unit project. The unit project is very similar to what you did last semester with knife skills. The unit project is going to have 3 grades with each of the standards from that unit. These 3 grades actually go in under the final exam. So we'll do 1 unit for cooking methods. We'll do a second unit for soups, stocks, and sauces. You have 3 quizzes, 1 project. After spring break, we'll do our final unit, the foundations of baking. You'll have 3 quizzes, 1 project. Students that have completed the projects successfully, those students will not be required to take a final exam. They have already shown mastery of the content for the semester. Students that need to reassess on one or all of the projects may do so by taking that section of the final exam. Students that need to reassess for either a project or quiz must show formative assessments for that section that they need to reassess on. If you failed quiz number 2 in Unit 1, then you will need to go back and show 80% completion of those assignments, successfully show 80% completion, and then you'll be able to reassess on that quiz. Feedback is extremely important in your assignments. You need to look at feedback to understand how to reassess what you may have missed, what portion of the question you may have missed. You may have understood the concept, but you didn't tell it very well, or you didn't answer the question fully. And so that's why it's really important to look at your feedback and to go back and to do better. That's what the feedback is about. That's what it's for. We'll be more specific in our in looking at feedback at a later date in class. I'll show you how to look that up. So essentially, you're going to have 18 grades in Infinite Campus that are summative for this class by the end of the semester. 9 quizzes, 9 project grades. 3 projects, but 3 different standards for each project. Those are your performance grades. This chart will be filled out with the dates, and this will help you stay up to date on when when we have given or will give this quiz, when did I enter feedback into Infinite Campus, and what is your final date to reassess. You have about 2 weeks to get that reassessment taken care of before that window of opportunity for reassessment will close. Once that window has closed, then we have moved on. And so each unit you'll see here is already divided out, and it already has the topic and content. It's not linked yet, but the cooking method project, your unit projects, the rubric will be linked there, and it will also be introduced in class. So that is your grading guidelines. These are what you need to know, and these are important dates. If you need to know where you're at as far as mastery and actually looking at your grades and checking your grades, then you want to click here and go to the unit tracking charts. We actually started the cooking methods unit, and I thought we were going to get through it first semester, and we ended up winding the semester down early to make sure everybody had a chance to get their work in and to get their finals in so that we could get those graded. But we do have some information already to look at as far as what these spreadsheets look like. We only have one spreadsheet currently, and if you click on it, it's going to open up a tab for the tracking for the Unit 1 cooking methods. There are 4 sections. There are 4 sections of foods and nutrition classes: B1, A1, A2, and A4. So if you click on a section, we'll look at B1 here, you'll find a name, and then you'll be able to see the 2 assignments that have been done and or completed. Green means that the student has scored 100% and they're good to go. Yellow means that student has scored some other score other than 100. Maybe they missed one question, maybe they missed them all. There's feedback that they need to look at and or possible reassessments. So we are working at it, but we are not at the mastery level yet. For this particular assignment, there are going to be 2 options, which isn't going to be very common. And mainly this is just because we started it in first semester and we have assignments from first semester and then we're carrying it over to second semester. So a student like this student here that got 2 greens does not need to complete this assignment. A student that got these 2 yellows, they may choose to go back and do those 2 assignments again for reassessment to try to get better and learn that concept better, or that student can do this alternate assignment instead. So as we do assignments in the cooking methods unit, these charts will begin to fill out further, and then you'll have one of these charts for each of the units that we do in class, and they will all be linked here. So essentially, students will kind of be working at their own pace. Some students will be able to move ahead. Some students will be working to catch up or to develop mastery. So it's all about working to become better and to become the best at this concept that we're trying to learn. So all of these concepts are really important to being good at cooking or to becoming a chef. The very first one is cooking methods. And in that particular unit, if you don't understand cooking methods, and you ultimately don't end up understanding what does or does not go well in a recipe and how to or not cook something appropriately. And the knowledge that we are learning is all going to build on that foundation from first semester. So if you go over here to the modules, then you'll actually see at the top, we're going to be working on the getting started. If you scroll down to the bottom under the student view, back in teacher view now. You'll see the knife skills review materials. Students that did not know and understand knife skills from first semester are going to need to go back and become proficient at that before they would be able to do lab or before they would be able to move forward. So everything we do, essentially, you need to understand before we can move forward. So I hope this grading is going to be a little easier for you. The setup of the lessons is going to be a little bit easier for you as well. Looking here at kind of the way that you all see it. So the student tips will get moved down to the bottom, and then the getting started will start with in the first week, and then that will be moved down, and then we'll be working on cooking methods, and knife skills will stay there for you.